Hello, these makeup products have impressed me so much I needed to put them in a separate video. I've just been reaching for them over and over and over, and I wanted to share them with you today. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and let's go ahead and get into these beauty products, makeup products that I think are completely worth the money. On my lips right now is this new $5 Slim Stick from Essence that I've been so impressed with. So in my recent monthly favorites and fails from September, I shared a new $45 smoothing matte lipstick from a brand I normally love that was heavily fragranced and emphasized fine lines and made my lips feel really dry despite prepping them with lip balm before, as I always do with matte lipsticks. It just ended up being a big disappointment for me. This is what I wanted that lipstick to be at a much better price point. It's unscented, it glides on so easily with a creamy texture and really nice pigment. The shade you're seeing me apply, by the way, is Over the Nude, which I think is a really nice pinky nude for every day, not too pink, not too brown. I also really enjoy the slim bullet. It just makes application super easy. And even though this is described as having a matte finish, the finish that I get is more of a satin matte. It's infused with jojoba, macadamia, and coconut oil, as well as vitamin E. So it feels really comfortable and not drying, and it doesn't emphasize the texture or lines on my lips, even after I've been wearing it for a while. And they say it lasts up to 6 hours without drying or smudging. So while it doesn't last from morning to night, it does last a long time for me. And coming from someone who's not typically a matte lipstick fan, I really enjoy this formula and I much prefer it over most other matte long-wearing lipstick formulas I've tried. There are more shades to choose from, of course. I swatched a few here that stood out to me the most for you if you want to check those or any others out. I'll have this and all the products I'm sharing today sourced and linked for you down below in my description box, as I always do, and as many products as possible linked through the YouTube shopping icons. They don't always have everything though, so be sure to check my description box if you don't see something there. I couldn't even begin to count how many times I've chatted with you in various videos about LED red light therapy. You'd basically have to pry it from my cold dead hands at this point. That's how much I rely on it and use it on a regular basis, because I continue to see and feel benefits of various types from regular use. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to test out various masks throughout the years, and I have several effective masks that remain in my rotation because they're not all created equally. And I've been testing out the new iRestore Illumina LED Face Mask. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm partnering with them today to tell you more information about it, how it's different from others on the market, and to give you a special savings code. So to start, it has more LEDs than most other masks currently on the market, with 360 medical grade LEDs to give you quicker, better results. And it's currently the only mask that gives you the option to simultaneously treat with red, infrared, and blue light. So you can treat aging, inflammation, and acne with one device at one time. There are 3 wavelengths and 3 modes. P1 is red and infrared to reduce fine lines and wrinkles, firm, brighten, and even skin tone, and calm redness and inflammation. P2 is the trifecta. That's red, infrared, and blue to target signs of aging, breakouts, and inflammation all at once. I found this P2 triple mode to be particularly effective when I have rosacea flare-ups, because rosacea is an inflammatory condition that can cause irritation, redness, bumps, and breakouts, and this helps relieve those very, very quickly. And P3 is blue light, which can help minimize the look of pores, balance oil production, decrease inflammation, and fight acne bacteria to reduce and prevent breakouts. They designed Illumina for multitasking and comfort. The soft integrated eye shields are specifically designed to block light from your eyes, which is great if you have sensitive eyes and typically find LED masks too bright, or if you simply want to multitask and view things normally. If you want to work, read, watch TV while you're wearing your LED mask. And the clip-on battery pack means you can truly walk around and do things and be hands-free. Instead of the material laying against your face like a lot of masks do, which often makes my face get a little bit sweaty, even though these LED masks don't typically get hot, they designed the Illumina to hover over your face instead, which provides some comfortable airflow in between your face and the mask and allows you to breathe easily. I also also like that it covers the mouth area because I want the same anti-aging, collagen, and elastin production benefits on my mouth too. It's lightweight and comfortable to wear. It's made of durable materials, and doing 10-minute sessions just 3 to 5 times a week can give visibly better looking skin in 6 to 12 weeks. And if you're not satisfied, they have a 100-day money-back guarantee, and you can save 25% right now with my code STEPHANIEM. I have the link and all the details down below. I almost didn't even try Charlotte Tilbury Exagger Volume Mascara because everyone that seemed to be raving about it has really great full lashes that hold a curl, and I don't. So I thought it wouldn't be the mascara for me, and boy, what a mistake that would have been, because I am in love with this. I keep reaching for it, and it's a non-waterproof formula that doesn't completely straighten out my curl, which I was really surprised about, especially since it's a wet formula that gives a lot of length and a lot of volume, and those typically really weigh my curl down. I also want to say I was pleasantly surprised at the price point of this mascara, given that it's Charlotte Tilbury, and this tube is one of the most luxurious tubes of mascara I've ever held in my hand. It is a heavy glass bottle. I mean, it just feels and looks luxurious. You can even feel the thought they put into how it closes and opens. It has a really nice slow tightening and loosening to it. It's not just a quick snap, but I feel very confident that it's not going to dry out quickly because of that. And it is under $30. It's $29, which isn't drugstore, but I mean, I thought it was going to be more than that. So it has this curved wand with a lot of densely packed bristles. As I said before, it's a very wet formula. I mean, usually with a formula like this that's really wet and it almost gives a fake lash look for me, my lashes would be fully straightened back out and pointing to the floor. There is something in here that does really nice things for my lashes. I mean, I only have one coat on today, and the other day when I filmed, I had 2 coats on, and I just feel like it gives my lashes, which are pretty sparse, a nice, full, voluminous look. And it's not overly clumpy either. I don't have to spend a lot of time combing my lashes out. It's infused with these lash plumping polymers to really amplify that volume, curl, and length. And there are jojoba waxes in here to condition. So something good is being done for my lashes in the process, and they don't feel crunchy. And there's no flaking or smudging. I have worn this from morning to late at night, and it has stayed in place. I love this for a true lengthening, volumizing mascara. Here's another new product I almost didn't try because I didn't think it was going to work for me, but I did, and I love it. This is Milk Makeup's new Hydrogrip Plus Glow Primer. Okay, so I thought I was going to end up looking like C3PO. I mean, there's a lot of gold glow in this. That was reason number one why it kind of sat here for a while. The second reason is that this is not one of my favorite primers, and since this is an extension of the original Hydrogrip, I thought I would feel similarly. So I know if you're a subscriber, you're sick of me saying this. With my skin type, that is normal around the perimeter and can be dry, and in the center I get some shine and oil breakthrough. This just makes me too shiny during the day. It grips makeup really nicely, but I have other primers that grip my makeup that don't give me that shine breakthrough, you know? So I thought this would do the same thing, but with added shimmer. I make enough of my own do during the day. I don't need extra plus shimmer that can emphasize texture and fine lines and all that. But I decided to try it, and wow, this is not what I thought it was going to be at all. So I tried to pump some on the back of my hand. I pumped the regular Hydrogrip and the new Hydrogrip and Glow. So you could hopefully get a sense of what I'm trying to show you with the textures. I find this does not have the same grippy, sticky texture to it. It just feels more like a regular primer to me. And instead of giving me a ton of sparkly shimmer, it's softer. So they instruct you to massage one pump onto your face and let it sit for about 60 seconds before applying any makeup on top. So today I applied about a half a pump to this side of my face, and you almost can't even see the difference from one side of my face to the other. The effect is so subtle. I don't think it's until my makeup is fully applied and I start wearing it throughout the day that I get the full effect of this. Now, I'm always shinier under my filming lights, which keeps you from seeing darkness and shadows. So you're gonna see some reflection, but I don't have any primer on this side. And even though the foundation I'm wearing today is nice and probably looks better in person than it does right here, it's this new one, by the way, I'm testing out and I am liking it. But I feel like you can see the effect that this primer is giving me. It just looks better and softer on this side. It is gripping onto the foundation more. And what I think this does for me as someone who makes my own dew during the day is give me that dewy look that I want, but controls my oil production in the process, which is really nice. That's what I've gotten from it every time I've tested it. And I feel like, let me know down below in the comments that you can see that on this side of my face versus this side. Not that this side is bad, it's just amped up a little bit on this side, you know? It does, in fact, in my opinion, give a golden hour glow, which is what it's supposed to do. And there are some nice ingredients too. So this has been a surprise for me, quite a big one actually, that I had to share with you because this is not a typical primer that I would go for. When I first saw the packaging for the new Ravie Blushes online, they were giving drugstore a little bit, kind of flower beauty, I guess, because of the marble effect and the plastic packaging, but getting them in my hands changed that story completely. This packaging is very luxe. It's this sturdy acrylic, almost lucite packaging. It's really beautiful, and I have thoroughly been enjoying the quality of these blushes. So the shade I have on today, believe it or not, is this bright one called Oasis, which you can apply very subtly or build up. It would be beautiful on deeper skin tones. I've been really enjoying the brush that she launched with these blushes too. It's extremely soft. It's not too dense. It's not too loosely packed either. It picks up just the right amount of product. So before having just this shade on, I had one cheek with Daydream and then one with Oasis just to show you the difference in the shades. And I think I have a clip from another day where I show you what Paradise looks like. I also like that you don't have to kick off product before you apply them to your cheeks. Makes it really nice and easy and effortless. They're just so easy to apply them very sheer or build them up. I love a good blush that gives me a nice soft glow without glimmer, without radiance, a soft focus airbrush effect that looks natural, and that's what these give. They all have these duo tones to them. They're talc free. I have a lot of blushes in my life, but these are giving me something a little bit different that I didn't have. I've been reaching for them a ton. I think they're stunning. I bought this eyeshadow palette on a whim. I had no clue what I was gonna get quality-wise at all because I've never tried anything from Give before, but something called to me about the layout, the neutral tones. I just thought it would be a nice, versatile, neutral palette. So let me tell you the name. This is the I See in Color palette in Simple Kind of Life, and you have 4 matte neutrals and 2 shimmers. And at first I wasn't sure how I was going to share this with you because when I initially tried it the first few times I had some mixed feelings, but I kept reaching for it and reaching for it because I always ended up loving the end result. And pretty much every time I wear this, especially when I wear this shade, I get questions or compliments about what I'm wearing on my eyes. So I figured if I keep reaching for a palette and really loving the looks I get and how easy they are to apply, then it probably means something. So that is why this is in this video, but I do want to give you a couple little things that you might want to know before you try this out yourself, because we always talk about the good and the bad here. That's the way we roll. So I do love how pigmented all the shades are, how easy this is to work with, and how I can get really nice matte looks like I did today. I just used this as a nice wash of color. I used this in my crease and transition, and then I did a little liner combination thing with this black and this brown right here. Easy peasy and done, great for every day. And I've gotten more dramatic looks, smokier looks, and I've done one and done looks using these shimmers. And as I said, every time I've worn this shade, I always get asked what's on my eyes. What I love about these shimmers is that they apply beautifully when I apply them directly over eyeshadow primer. I do like to apply them directly over eyeshadow primer before I set my eyeshadow primer with powder because they give a more saturated kind of wet look. And when I'm wearing the shimmers, I need to apply my eye makeup before I apply my foundation and concealer because there's some fallout that will end up under my eyes that needs to be cleaned up, which I didn't know the first time I used it. I was going somewhere and I had already done my foundation and concealer, so I ended up with a lot of sparkle underneath, which is kind of funny to me because they don't look super over the top sparkly. They're very wearable for every day. So that's one of the reasons why I did have some mixed feelings at first, but overall I have loved using this and I reach for it multiple times a week for either straight neutral matte looks or for the one and done shimmers. It's a really nice little palette. I think is worth having as long as you know those couple little things that I don't think are a big deal. I do my eyes before I do my base makeup a lot of times anyway. I keep reaching for this lip combo over and over. I've really been enjoying it. So if you like a good, comfortable pinky nude for every day, I think this is one you'll really like, and these just go together so nicely. So the lip liner is the new Say Lip Liner 101 in the shade Wink, which is a rose nude. It's pretty close to my natural lip color. It's a soft, rosy pink nude. It's really versatile. You don't have to isolate it to just this combo. This is a new formula that they launched recently. I think I shared these in my August favorites and fails. They glide on effortlessly and have some opacity to them. So if you want to overline, they're great for that. And they're not drying either. There's some really nice ingredients in here that hydrate, nourish, soften, and smooth. So they're great if you have dry lips or if you just don't like lip liners that, you know, emphasize the lines on your lips. These are really nice. And then this is the new Glossy Bounce Shimmer Finish. Don't be thrown off by shimmer because I'm telling you it is invisible, in the shade Disco, which is described as a pinky rose shimmer. So I'm going to try and show you this swatch really closely. To me, this micro glimmer, if you can even call it that, just reinforces the shine. I don't see shimmer in these so much as extra pigmentation in these few new shades that they launched versus the previous ones that were already around that are a little bit more sheer. So it's that same hybrid lip oil, lip balm, lip gloss formula. It's not sticky at all and it's not too slippy either. They just feel very comfortable, hydrating, and nourishing. And these new shade additions, these shimmer but not shimmers, just have a little extra something to them that gives them something special. A little bit of extra thickness, a little more substance and opacity and sheen. And the combo of Wink liner with Disco Glossy Bounce is just a really nice pinky nude. It's flattering and comfortable, great for every day that I've been enjoying and reaching for, so I thought you might too. I recently shared some really great and some products that failed me too in my September monthly favorites and fails. You can check that out here. And I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. That really helps support my channel, and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.